morning, good evening, and good night to you all. Welcome back to another episode of the good old Channel 69 News. So yeah, this Channel 69 News, you guys clicked on the right video. We just have a little bit of we're in a little bit of like a pickle here. We had some technical difficulties for this week's episode of Channel 69 News. The timing didn't really line up with the video and whatnot. So, I kind of had to get a little creative and improvise here. But yeah, you clicked on the right video. This is Channel 69 News. So yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get straight into this episode of Channel 69 News. Let's go. So yeah, I'll explain in a minute why I'm not in the news studio and like I normally am. We'll get to that in a second. But we got this week's episode of the good old Channel 69 News, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a lot of stuff to go over. As you know, I'm doing Channel 69 every 2 weeks now. I don't know if I'm going to continue that. I might do it maybe even once a month. It just depends on how the videos perform. Because the videos, if the videos don't perform as well as I'd like them to, then I'm obviously going to delay them because it just kind of feels like I'm wasting my time on these videos and it's not really like getting me anywhere. You guys like it, and I know you do. That's why I want to keep doing them. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing every 2 weeks or maybe I switch it to once a month. Anyways, we got a lot to cover. We got some Greenville, we got some Southwest Florida, and we got some other random games that we're going to go over. So let's get straight into this. Oh, yeah, so, yes, I was playing Outlaster last night, on stream. Well, I guess this would be 2 nights ago that you guys saw this. So, by the time you guys are seeing this video, I'm unbanned. But, unfortunately, I'm not able to, make the video because I'm going to be doing some stuff. But, yeah, I got banned for discriminatory content, apparently, on Outlaster. And this was over my voice chat. And I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely zero clue what I said. I did say femboy. I just got a warning for that, I believe. I don't think they banned me for that unless they banned me for femboy. I'm not really too sure. Yeah, so I tried, appealing the ban on Roblox, but they denied me and they said you still violated the terms. I'm not really too sure what they mean. I have no idea what I did. It would be nice if Roblox would tell me what I did so I know not to do it again, or at least I know what I got banned. Yeah, if somebody from Roblox is watching this video somehow, or somebody has a connect, like your dad owns Roblox or something, dude, can you tell them that when they ban us, can they give us like a reason, like what we did? Anyways, let's move on. Not sure that I don't know how that got. First off, we got some random stuff. This was sent by A6. This is obviously a little chain right here. You guys can see we got a little bit of a chain here, and then you got my car. And he said this is some exclusive stuff, is what he said in the sneak peek. So if you could put 2 and 2 together, Next, we got some MRT. MRT actually updated over the past couple weeks. We have the C6 added into the game. We have the C6 Z06 and the C6 ZR1. Now, there's a huge difference between both. The C6 Z06 actually has a lot of body kits, which one I believe is on the right. I believe on the right is the Z06. The Z06 is apparently faster, and it sounds better as well, and it's less expensive. So I bought the Z06. I'm happy with my Z06. The ZR1, though, apparently doesn't have as much customization and is slower. That's according to Kato. More MRT updates, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we got a 8.6. These things got a full remodel, full interior remodel now. Or they have a full interior, and they have an exterior remodel as well, and they have different trims. They have a hatch and a coupe from the Torino and the Levin, I think is what they are, what the different versions are. It's pretty cool. Anyways, next, we got some Ozverse stuff here. Ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of Ozverse cars. He actually unveiled his Holden lineup of vehicles here, so you guys can see a couple of the pictures here in the little logo. I think he calls it Holden, I believe is what it's called. Now it's time for Southwest Florida leads. Before I get into Southwest Florida, actually, I completely forgot to put this in here, but Rizzler County just updated. I did a video over that too as well. If you guys want to go check that out, I'll put it up in the iCard as well. You guys can go peep that. It'll be right. You guys go peep that video. They added Tinder, some cars, some map expansion. It's a pretty cool update, I will say. Pretty cool update. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, we are getting the good F-150s in the good old Southwest Florida. Now they're working on the F-250s. Now, I gotta say, this thing looks freaking good. Absolute unit. As you can see, it says 6.7. I'm gonna guess that says Power Stroke. Oh, it says 6.7 turbo diesel on the side instead of turbo. What does that say? Sentinel Rattler is what it says. 6.7 turbo diesel. These things look freaking good. I'll tell you that right now. Look at the tires as well. We got all-terrain tires on there, obviously. Move on to the next slide, though, I'd reckon. Next, we got an F450 dually. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good too as well. We got another picture of the F-250, more of a rear end picture of the Rattler. I think it's that is the trimmer. You can see the F-150 Raptor in the background. I gotta say, these things look freaking good. Oh, my face cam's in the way of this one. Look at that. We got another rear end angle of the F-450 dually. It's a big old freaking truck, and I gotta say, this thing looks fire, dude. Also, all 3D wheels. I just kind of realized that. All 3D wheels in here. Next, we got the good old Ford, whatever chassis they put these on, F-550s, F-450s, I don't know. Fire ambulance right here, ladies and gentlemen. My face cam's also in the way again. My fault, guys. But peep, that looks pretty cool. Hey, there it is. We got the freaking box truck down here as well. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we got some, wow, I didn't really think about my face cam being in the way. That's kind of annoying. Look at this. We got the Ford Transit van, or Chevy maybe. Dayton? What's Dayton? Is that Chevy? Maybe that's Chevy. Whatever it is, we got a freaking kidnapping van here, and then we got the loaded diaper van. I really hope that this is in the game. If you guys don't know what loaded diaper is, then you're missing out. Next, we got some chat logs from Bad Dev. They had a lot of information, but this is probably some of the more important information. He said, but yeah, all non-limited cars are being refunded. Limiteds will stay in your data. I'm sure you guys know about that information, but yeah, all non-limited cars are being refunded apparently into your monies. And the limiteds will stay in your data. And it said also that limiteds will be grayed out if they are not finished. So they will stay in your inventory, but you obviously can't spawn them because they're not there. But once they finish, they'll appear in your inventory. Also, for money, I think they're basically not touching your money. I don't think anything's really happening with that. I'm not really too sure. Don't quote me. We'll find out when the game releases. Let's go to the next one. Got some more pictures. We got the Gallardo. They're drifting on the sand here. I don't know what. They're just on the beach drifting. Look at the sand, though. That looks insane. The sand looks pretty cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting our first look at boats. Finally, they sent out a lot of pictures of boats, and I'll tell you right now, they are sick. Now, I think we are getting boats on release. Don't quote me on that, but I would like to think we are getting boats on release because just look at all this stuff. But look at this. We got a nice little center console. Freaking John here says Gary at the top. I'm pretty sure that's a Garmin. Call it Gary. The boats I'm really excited for, dude. I cannot wait to take these boats out, freaking go fishing and you know, boating and stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, not only do we have boats, we have freaking jet skis, dude. Now, the cool thing is, I hope we're going to be able to tow these. Because imagine you're at your house chilling. You got your boat in your driveway, and you're like, nah, you know what? I'm going to go take my boat out on the water. I want to go fishing. You know, I want to go take my jet ski out. I want to go ride some waves and jump. You know, I really hope that we're able to tow some of these boats. Maybe the smaller ones, like the jet skis, maybe we're able to tow. And the previous ones before, like these, maybe you're able to tow these. But the bigger boats, like the yachts, maybe you can't tow. I don't know. These things look freaking good. Let's move on to the next boats here. Look at this, another little center console boat here. Oh my gosh, dude. This is just too good. I really hope we can tow them, though. That'd be so fire. And we actually have to, like, I hope it's, like, realistic, too. Like, you actually have, you don't just teleport it onto the freaking trailer. I hope you actually have to drive it onto the trailer and off the trailer like you do IRL when loading and unloading a boat. I'm not sure how that would work, though, but, you know, this game, I feel like it's going to be really advanced compared to all the other RP games that we play, like Greenville and Rizzler and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to be super advanced, so maybe they have that unlocked. I'm not too sure. Or maybe I'm completely wrong and we can't tow anything at all. We'll see. We got the little Gary on top as well. So
if this works, I'll take back what I said about you.
here's another boat. We got another center console boat. This is the Sarasota police boat, though. So it's like one of the ones we saw earlier, but this is a police boat instead, which this looks fire. Holy crap. You can see the fenders or the little bumpers on the boat. Like when you pull up to a dock or something like that, you obviously put the fenders out so the boat doesn't hit the dock. If those are actually usable, I wonder if we're able to tie our boats up and, like, dock them. This is going to be really cool. You can see the freaking boat fenders. That's so fire. Another front end picture of the good old Sarasota police boat right here. All the lights and stuff on it as well. Looks sick. This dude's out here. He's in the freaking, whatever this boat is. Little chunky little dude over here. Definitely not over here, too. We got some more map pictures as well. Looks freaking sick. Another little, picture of his boat. He's just outside in the city, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I hate seeing all these leaks, but I love seeing all these leaks. It gets me more excited for the game, but not knowing when it's coming is painful. Also, got another video of the boat, a little video of the boat rocking away on the water. That looks crazy. Bro, I wonder how the boat physics are going to be. Like, if there's going to be waves in the water, if we're going to, like, hit... I don't even... Another little picture of the boat in, like, a little... What is this, a lagoon? Also, last boat here, I believe, we got the Stella Marie. Anyways, this... I don't know what kind of boat you want to call this thing, but it's got an interior. This thing looks fire. I'm excited for these boats, dude. That's going to be so cool. We got pictures of the 992. I believe this is a 992 GT3RS. And I got to say, I don't know if I'm a fan. You know, I don't know if I really... I don't know if I like it. The front end looks pretty good. The rear end is just too bland, though. I think the rear end is just too bland. There's nothing there. Like, compared to the front end, like, at least near the taillights and stuff, like, the lower end, the diffuser looks pretty good in the rear, but, like, I don't know, something about it is off to me, and I don't know what it is. Another little picture here. We're on Ben Franklin Drive, and he's in the Gallardo. Got some motels in the background. Some big off feet. This picture, we don't know if this is actually going to be related to Southwest Florida at all, but we got house fires. Now, house fires in Southwest Florida would be insane. It'll literally be like prime ultimate driving days. Turn on all your burners on the stove and your oven and the microwave to try to set your house on fire. I don't know if that actually worked or not, but this will literally be like prime ultimate driving days if we got house fires, which I think house fires would be pretty cool. It'd be like WRP, not really good RP. I mean, it'd be good RP, but like also, you know, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, also we got tree jiggling physics. Look at that. The trees are freaking swaying. That's South Florida, guys. Got a lot of good stuff. Now it is time for the good old Greenville. Now, it's actually not a ton for Greenville this week, unfortunately, but we got some of the new E-Class Mercedes, I believe is what this is. And I gotta say, this thing looks pretty freaking good. That is a good unit. Got some more pictures of that here as well. More pictures in gray, the ES053. I don't know if this would be IRL, maybe just a newer E-Class AMG, but I gotta say, this thing looks pretty good. I like this car a lot. And then this is another leak. This is a Chevy Bel Air, I believe. This looks like to be the headlight of the front end of a Bel Air. And also, the file name of this is Mark's Life Fell Through My Roof. Not too sure what that means. Next thing, though, we got a little vote poll going on in the Greenville Discord. It says, we're planning on making entirely new vehicle gauges from the ground up, but with this, we want to know your thoughts on how we should proceed with designing these new sets. So, obviously, I'm not going to read all that. There's two options at the bottom. It says new gauges from the ground up and refreshed gauges what's in the game. So right now you have a couple gauge styles. A lot of people voted new gauges from the ground up, which I honestly agree. I didn't vote, but I do agree on the new gauges from the ground up. That'll be pretty cool. I think it's time for a little refresh.
Excuse me?
How may I help you?
I would like to order 100 dicks and 2 sweet teas.
2 sweet teas and what else?
100 dicks.
100 what?
Dicks.
2 sweet teas. What else can I get for you, sir?
100 dicks.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week's episode of the good old Channel 69 News, ladies and gentlemen. We had a lot of Greenville. We had a lot of Southwest Florida. And, some other random stuff like that. I'm very excited for South Florida, dude. The boats are insane, dude. I cannot wait to see the boats in the game. Well, actually, I can't wait to see the game, period, but we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Channel 69 News every 2 weeks now. Depending on how those videos perform, I might change it to a month, just depending on what's happening and stuff like that. Because if they don't perform well, I'm not going to do them as often. But I still want to do them, obviously. I want to go over all this stuff with you guys and kind of update you guys and whatnot. But it might just not be as frequent. But we'll see. For now, it's going to be 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know if I decide to change that. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning back into this week's episode of the Good Old Channel 69 News. And I'll see you guys next week, or in 2 weeks.